Good morning and welcome to the Ask Mary Ellen channel where you will always find inspiration, motivation, and truth to help you through any issue or on your life journey. I will help you because I've had a life journey that's been interesting, put it that way. And today's topic is, do you resist healing or are you comfortable with your illness? Now that sounds a little strange. I understand. And before you start yelling at me, all of you understand that I have multiple sclerosis and I don't like having that either. Yet when I was diagnosed, I thought, I'm going to fight this. And I didn't fight the doctors. Doctors are doing the best they can. But a lot of people do resist healing. They resist wellness because they are comfortable with their illness. There are so many reasons why people will stay stuck in being ill or being sick. They're familiar with having that diagnosis, okay? And they know how to deal with it or whatever. They like attention. Now, it's negative attention, but it's better than no attention at all. It gives them reasons and excuses as to why they can't do things. Well, I can't go to the store because I have XYZ. I can't do that. It gives them an excuse. And a lot of times their self-identity will become one with the diagnosis, and you don't want that to happen. It helps a person to avoid responsibility for what they need to do in life. Well, I can't be successful because, look, I had this happen to me. Well, I've had so many things happen to me in my life, from epilepsy and MS to Guillain-Barré to von Willebrand's, and I know you might not know what those are. And I've fought each and every one of them. And I'm going to keep fighting because, I have really bad MS days. And there are days when I hate having MS. And I did say the word hate. A lot of people who are comfortable with their illness or who want to stay stuck in an illness have a low self-esteem. See, all healing begins by learning to love yourself. And when you learn to love yourself, and you have to know your body, okay, that's when healing truly begins. When I was first diagnosed with MS, it was because I had a very sharp pain in the back of my right eye. I mean, it felt like a knife was going through it. And I learned that that was optic neuritis and it was part of the MS. Now, it was back in 1989. So I was very fortunate that there weren't any medications to take at that time. A doctor could not say, well, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. My neurologist knew me really well because of having the epilepsy. I had become a speaker for the National Epilepsy Foundation, at least in the Atlanta area. And she knew, the medication I'm on, I'm very fortunate. I haven't had anything in a long time. And I've even had my doctor tell me I could go off my medication for epilepsy. Yet, if a prescription is working for you, yes, keep taking it. A lot of people are comfortable with their illness, or they stay stuck in their illness because there is an underlying mental health issue that they might not want to deal with. Also, society plays such an important role in keeping people sick. And we saw that during COVID. You can't do this, you can't do that. And people are still using COVID as their excuse. And what do people do when they start feeling ill? They don't go to a doctor. They go to probably WebMD or some medical site on the internet, and they put in their symptoms and they go, "Ah, that's what I have." You know, you don't want to do that because, like I always tell you, that what you think about happens. And so your thoughts create your life. Now, my thoughts about healing my MS, and it's not that I don't have MS to deal with, I do. Yet, as long as I keep those thoughts about fighting it, and I know my triggers and I know my body, I can keep fighting this MS as long as I can. So, the internet and social media, you have to be very, very careful. You know, prescriptions are necessary sometimes. When you take a prescription, okay, and it doesn't work for you or it makes you feel really bad, okay, you might want to take it one more time to see if it's something you ate with it or drank with it or whatever. Yet, if that prescription is not working for you, call your doctor, tell them, look at different natural ways to heal yourself. You know, prescriptions are necessary, as are doctors. Doctors are necessary. There are so many great doctors out there. And there are also tons and tons of what my daddy used to call pill pushers. So when you choose a doctor, and yes, I said choose a doctor, this is your health and your body. When you choose a doctor, choose wisely. And when you feel uncomfortable, choose again. The important point is to know your body first. You know, with my MS, I used to have so much pain, and it would hit out of nowhere. So I began studying Ayurvedic healing, and I learned that what was triggering it, and I used organic coconut oil. And since I've been doing that, I've had absolutely no pain from my MS. Sometimes my legs get heavy, yes, and methocarbonate seems to help that. Yet I push myself to keep going because I'm not comfortable staying stuck. I want to live my life. I want to, and I've been so many wonderful places, and I'm going to go hang gliding again, and I'm going to go paddleboarding again. And I just want to live a full and beautiful life, trying to inspire all of you to reach out. You know, what are you eating? What are you drinking that you shouldn't? Are you flushing your body with water? Are you drinking at least, 8 or more bottles of water every day? Take care of your mind, body, and soul before you choose a doctor. Because then when you go to the doctor, you can have a respect for the doctor, and they will have a respect for you, knowing your body. The doctors I work with here in Chattanooga are wonderful. They are perfect, and they know how I want to handle my case of MS. They know if I call them and I say, well, XYZ is wrong, they know me well enough to know that I know my body. And sometimes I'll go in and see them and they'll say yes, or sometimes they'll just call in what I need, because I do know my body very well. And that is the trigger. Know what you eat, know what you drink. Do you breathe deeply? Do you go outside and breathe in the natural air? Do you, know your triggers? Let's not be a sick society. Let's be healthy and well and smiling and fun. Quit staying stuck, being comfortable with your illness. Everyone out there, get well, get happy, have fun. And Najam, thank you so much for being here. And I bless everybody out there. Quit resisting healing. Begin to love yourself. And all healing begins with loving yourself. Quit criticizing yourself. Start accepting yourself just the way you are. And we're taught so many times, as we get older, well, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. And when people get together and they're older, what do they talk about? All their aches and pains. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. I'm Ask Mary Ellen, so go to my website, askmaryellen.com. Thank you.